Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my reaction channel. It's Reverse BLT here. I'm here again with my lovely mother, who's the mother of bacon. We are continuing our binge-a-thon of The Expanse Season 1.
Yes,
we
we
just
are.
got done with the incredible episode CQB, in which the mighty battleship Donager has to scuttle itself because of some interesting little stealth ships from
Somewhere. He knows where.
Parties unknown that may or may not be related to whatever may or may not have happened on Phoebe's station.
Well, so far, they got away in one of Mars's warships.
And while she talks, I'm going to eat an egg roll.
And, yeah, I just finished eating my chicken, so, you know, I got another piece. Holden, on the other hand, he helped them get away, so, I don't know, he might be redeeming himself, in my opinion. I'm not sure yet.
Egg roll.
Because I am not going to give him that much credit. Because, I mean, he shouldn't have answered that signal. Let it go, let it go. But I guess we wouldn't have a show if he didn't. Several people got killed from the last episode.
The entire
whole battleship
was killed.
Got killed except for one.
Plus all the crew members of at least 4, I think, souped up stealth frigates.
They did have them surrounded.
They also got blowed up.
They did.
So, what would you
But you never know. You never know. They got blown up, but
I would think
we don't know who they are yet.
I think the Donager, being a massive battleship, would have to have had at least 1,000 people on it.
Oh gosh, probably more than that, because
maybe less, because what, a modern battleship is crewed with only like about 500, right? So
wait a minute, you said we couldn't reference Star Trek and all that stuff.
What the heck does Star Trek have to do with modern battleships?
Oh, you're talking about a regular ship?
Yeah, a real actual ship.
Oh.
I think they have like crews of around 500 or
maybe
so.
I'm getting a little tired because
I
was thinking about that. I'm like, wait a minute.
But my point is, if they can get by with only maybe 500 to 600 or 700 crewmen, then I would imagine in the future, whatever the equivalent would probably be less than that. So maybe like 300.
All I know is it was a very big ship.
And you would maybe each of the stealth frigates probably a crew of 50.
It was a very big ship, and maybe it's a possibility that the only people that ran the ship was the ones right there on the bridge. So we don't know, because we didn't really see any other people.
Well,
except for the security team.
We know they had Marines.
Yeah, we saw the security team, and then they had people who flew other ships. So we don't know how many people it took to man the ships.
We saw a giant hangar.
Yeah.
And presumably you would have people who would maintain everything there and do operations there. And then whoever would be on the ships that they would have in the hangar and all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking it had to have been at least 300 people on board the Donager.
Well, we saw a lot of gunfire coming from somewhere in that big hollow part of that ship.
And before Alex took off, you saw he took special care to make sure that he avenged some of his Martian comrades.
Yes, he did.
He turned around and wasted a bunch of those people. Who are those people?
See, I don't know. You guys probably know.
Yep.
But I don't. So, we're going to keep on going so that I can find out who these daggone silly people are. I already know it's not Holden, because he's on the ship. He's on the ship to get away. And I'm hoping that he's redeeming himself after all of everything that's happened so far.
So I guess that's one more question.
But we will see.
What do you think of that cool ship they took?
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah? The Tachi? Kind of neat little ship, huh?
Yeah. It was just as big as the one that lost all the people that they had.
No. The Tachi's nowhere as big as the Canterbury. Canterbury was massive.
Oh, so it's a little ship.
Yeah, Canterbury's huge. Those ice trawlers are enormous. I mean, I think the Canterbury is bigger than the Donager, like probably about twice as long as the Donager.
Oh, okay.
And the Donager was big enough for the Tachi to fit snugly into its cargo bay.
All I know is because of Holden, the whole ship got destroyed. That's all I know.
Yep.
And I'll keep saying that. Let it go.
So without further ado,
we're back to the butcher.
We're going back to the butcher. Find out what's that all about.
And no, it's not Forrest Porkers.
Who's the butcher? Who what now?
We're Bacon.
Oh no, I'm Bacon. You're mother of Bacon. So you would, I guess.
Like I said, we're not Porkers.
Either way, we're delicious. Let's just hope nobody actually decides to Jeffrey Dahmer us.
Reggie, don't eat him.
That was smart what Amos did.
Authorized full operational control of all systems for everyone else.
Oh, well, you know, he harpooned her and.
That was Holden in there.
What? I thought that was Amos.
Amos was getting Alex across. We got shot.
See, now I gotta give kudos to Holden again.
Not an idiot. You're just impulsive, reckless.
That he is.
Yeah, they all passed out from the G-forces.
Oh. Bleed. We know he did. Oh, it's his blood.
Come here and help me.
Damn it!
Just hold him still.
Hey, is that a piece of shrapnel?
It's a piece of bone. The bullet basically broke his leg.
Oh, I felt that too.
I'm coming. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. Neither did he.
Just give him a shot.
I don't care if they did put that on there today, didn't it? Still look like it hurt. Wow.
Gee whiz.
Can I get that for my own?
No one knows that we're alive.
Correct.
And who just sent us a message?
Well, those messages be going. Look, get Holden away from the thing. Don't answer that. That's how you got in that mess in the first place.
That's not untrue.
Yo, completely off topic. Sometimes I wonder if our star's alive.
Everything's alive.
No, I mean, how can everything be alive?
Why not?
You tell me this table's alive?
It's wood.
Blue is your favorite color. Try that one faster. Oh, that's okay.
It's my favorite color.
Try again. You can do it.
Try again.
Damn, everybody cough.
This is Anderson Station. Go ahead.
Anderson Station, this is UN-1. Are you ready to surrender? Survivors of the Donninger. My name is Fred Johnson, Director of Operations at Tycho Station.
Oh, I'm Fred.
I don't know who you are or what your intent may be, but unless you're trying to start a war, you need to contact me. I can help you.
It sound like you rhyming.
He shouldn't have been able to track us, but he did.
Yeah.
I say we fly to the nearest Mars base and turn ourselves in. That's an excellent idea. We'll just roll up in a stolen Mickey Corvette with a dead Martian in the trunk. I'm sure they'll roll out the record.
And
a lot of good Martians died.
The big Martian, I was ready to say the big Martian ship that blew up.
The only Martians who believe us are dead. We're the only survivors from the Canterbury and the Donninger. We look like terrorists. No one's gonna believe our story. I wouldn't believe us. Fred Johnson just offered us a lifeline. I say we take it.
We're not going to Tycho. You can't trust Fred Johnson.
You want the technology.
That was like 10 years ago. People change.
I can change.
He wants the technology.
Holden's got a point. We gotta go somewhere.
Amos,
I'm with you, boss.
then it's 2 against 2. We're not going anywhere.
Well, you guys are gonna have to go somewhere. They're gonna go to Phoebe.
Interesting.
We're not giving up control of the station. We want to negotiate peacefully.
Morama, I need you to listen very carefully. We will not listen to threats. We do not negotiate with terrorists. Is that clear?
Yes, I understand.
Think about your children. UN command out.
Anderson Station out.
Why that sound like that guy?
Remember when they were arguing and he was like, we can't trust him? He's like, that was 10 years ago.
Hell we have. It's only been a few days.
What did it say for years here? 11 years?
Terrorists.
Oh, of course they are. We should have dumped a few more busmen into space when we had the chance.
Station manager was an accident. Is that the kind of people we are now?
No. That's the kind of people they made us. We have to fight back.
With what? If we surrender now,
It's as good as killing our own children.
Where you going?
Why not go to Tycho if we got nowhere else to go?
It's a long story.
Dang, all of y'all got these long stories. What's going on?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I know what's about to happen. Hold it. This is Holden's hallelujah moment.
Coffee. Much, no water. Add coffee beans.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
Tell Fred Johnson to clear us of berth. We're good to go.
You talked Naomi into it.
With our track record, we'll probably get Tycho on smithereens too.
Exactly.
So no one outside the station knows this is happening.
that's why we need to surrender.
Uh-oh.
UN command, this is Anderson Station. We're issuing our unconditional surrender. We're unarmed. We have women and children with us. Copy? I repeat, we surrender. UN-1, please respond.
I've made a huge mistake.
They'll blow you guys out of the sky.
I just hooked into a feed from Canterbury, and hey, when you sent that message to Fred Johnson, you didn't give him names or anything, did you? No, of course not.
Do you believe him? No.
It's gonna be kind of hard for you to stay anonymous now.
Huh.
Let me know if you want your face to look a little different.
Ima Loda not listening.
What do we do?
What do we do?
A minute ago.
That's adorable.
I think that is I love you. I'm guessing. Because it's two people coming together and not.
If we have a voice, we can still be heard.
How?
There's an auxiliary type beam transmitter mounted on Toro 5. I think it's just outside of their jamming range. I should be able to relay the station's camera footage. This is my daughter, Kiri. She and the other children have been diagnosed with what the medics are calling hypoxic brain injury. It's due to the low oxygen working environments.
That's why I remember when she was doing the magic game, she was having difficulty with it. I know it's fairly simple.
We just wanted to be heard for the sake of our children.
I knew it. They won't destroy him. I knew it. Look at that mess. See? See?
Watch it. I apologize in advance, but this show is going to rip your heart out every now and then.
Anderson Station is secure. All terrorists have been subdued. Well done, Colonel. Well done.
He's called the Butcher.
The Butcher of Anderson Station.
You have my solemn promise that you will not be harmed.
Yeah,
and you will
right.
be granted safe harbor on Tycho. Since you've chosen to remain anonymous, I can only hope you have no hostile intent.
Transponders are designed not to be tampered with. Civilian models fuse themselves into lumps of molten graphene if they get messed with. We could be a supernova a few seconds from now.
Oh, but we're not to worry about Tycho, will we?
You're not helping!
We need to give the ship a new name to complete the override.
Screaming Firehawk. Yeah, let's advertise that we're a gun ship. Flying out. No.
Give me something, please.
Rocinante. Huh?
What that mean?
It's Spanish for workhorse.
I like it. I know a lady named Rocinante. She was good to me.
Whatever. Punch it.
Where you from?
Told you, Amos is from Baltimore.
He ain't from no Baltimore.
Okay, so I forgotten about this too, so I'm not gonna hold it against you. But Rocinante, remember? He's a quixotic hero. Don Quixote's horse was Rocinante.
Horse.
If I remember correctly, anyway. Because the woman he was always trying to protect was Penelope, wasn't it? Oh wait, no, she was Dulcinea. That's right, Dulcinea. That was the whole reason why the first episode was called Dulcinea.
And she still know what you did.
And thus the Rocinante is born!
Games, what's going on?
No, they're just checking out the living area. Remember, I mean, they're used to being on a cramped. Apparently, this one used to belong to a female marine who liked to drink. They're starting to settle into the Rocinante as a kind of a home.
And watch, I was just saying, no machine.
No, remember he found the machine earlier and he was looking for the coffee to put in it. He finally found it. And the Martian Navy doesn't skimp on that stuff either. They get the good stuff.
Hey, he got the good looking. You don't even need the matchsticks.
Hold on. So, and ladies, get yourself a man who loves you as much as Holden loves coffee. A little bit of backstory of Fred Johnson, so that was kind of interesting, and
yes, it was.
You know, really makes you wonder whether or not the Rocinante crew is going to a good place. We've seen how their luck typically works, so can they trust the Butcher of Anderson Station, or are they going deeper into the fire?
I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
Do you think he actually blew up that place, or do you think that he just got the blame for blowing up the place? The station, Anderson Station. And how do you think he went from being a UN, i.e. Earth colonel, to high-ranking member of the OPA?
They believe he a butcher.
But Anderson Station was full of belters. So
yeah,
belters who were butchered.
Yeah,
so
but
how is he now a high-ranking member of the OPA, which is on the faction side of the belt?
Well, maybe they found out he did not do that, or they believe he did not do it. That's hard to say. But either way, he is. And they are on their way to his station.
Yep.
And he looked like he's standing out there with a gun.
No, that was in the past. He was standing on the he was standing at one of the doors of the ship that he was on at the time.
And people usually don't change if he did kill those people.
So you think he's a bad guy?
Who knows? Because they don't seem to be having any luck finding any good people. It appears the Martian ship has a new name. My son said that it's the name of Don Quixote's horse, Rocinante. Not a bad name. One of the people say that it means war horse, which, depending on how the ship operates, it might be a good ship. Right now they seem to be safe. Hopefully they're gonna be okay. But Holden didn't do a thing this time. So that's good. He seemed to be kind of proud of himself.
He chose the name for the ship.
When you name a ship, you're supposed to christen it. So someone needs to tell them to get out there and christen Rosinata.
So you want someone to go out on a spacewalk just to throw a bottle of wine?
That's right. You got to christen it.
You don't christen the ship just because you change its name.
No, they gave it a name. They just put it out.
And I mean, who knows?
Did they write it before?
Yeah, but the Martians might have already christened it when they named it Tachi. So why would you? Speaking of which, Tachi, by the way, is a sword. So no.
Yeah, I saw that. I recognized that when I saw the what was that in the background that said katana.
Oh, there was a thing that said katana?
Yes.
I didn't even notice that.
Ah, what?
No, I wasn't paying attention. I watched the episode before, so it's silly.
The Martian warship is on its way to the butcher.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Rocinante.
We just have to. Oh, see, everybody's yawning.
Well, I yawn anyway. We're just talking.
So we're gonna call it a wrap tonight.
Yeah, and we're gonna say goodnight because we have watched a bunch of episodes. It's getting kind of late.
And we ate.
And my mom always.
So we're feeling really, really.
She always starts falling asleep when she's eating food, so it's kind of.
No, I don't.
That's just the itis.
Thanks so much, guys, for watching The Expanse episode 5 with us. Somewhere down there, hit the like button. I don't know if I'm pointing at it, but hit the like button and the subscribe button, which is also somewhere down there. Good night.